Hello, Mayflom here, and we are going to be creating a felt Santa ornament. All you will need for this is some felt, and I have chosen to put some iron-on adhesive. So it's a material that you can find at fabric stores, wherever you're going to find your felt, and basically you just iron it onto the felt, and then once it's all cut out, remove the wax paper, and you can then iron that and fix it together. So we're going to glue, so to speak, our felt pieces together, and we're working with a built-in pattern. There is a Santa Claus here right in the machine. I love all of the built-ins that we have. We're just going to select it, size it, and then we're going to start to select the various pattern pieces. Now I am going to cut 2 colors of felt at a time. So I'm going to cut the red piece for the hat separately. I'm also not going to cut the eyes or the nose, as to bring some texture to this, I'm going to use buttons for those. So this could be a no-sew project, or if you would like to add stitching for decorations, you certainly can. Now, as you can see, I'm just moving different pieces around because we've got 3 different parts here that are going to be white, and then I have the one that is going to be the skin tone, and you can do whatever shade of skin you would like for your Santa. Totally customizable. Another great thing about working with the ScanNCut. Now, once I have this all set, I am going to scan my material to ensure that everything is in place as it should be. And once I have done that, I'm going to make any adjustments. So as you can see, some of my things need to move around a little bit. We're just going to adjust those to make sure everything is going to cut nicely. With felt, I don't like to get within about 1/2 inch of the very edge. It's just too easy, in my opinion, for the felt to kind of wiggle in a way that's not good. Once we are all set, we will go to select cut, and we will go ahead and press cut. Now make sure the auto half cut is off. You only want half cut if you're doing stickers, vinyl, that kind of thing. With this turned off, we are ready to go and let the machine do its magic. We're going to press cut, let it cut. Then what you see me doing here is I'm going back to select the red hat. Now there's 2 different ways of doing this. You could have deleted all of those pieces manually, or you could pick select next part and the machine would delete them for you. Totally up to you which way you prefer. With everything cut out, you're going to want to plan this out. Now, I did not love the beard placement on the original look. I absolutely intend to bring it way up high. So we just have I like Santa with just a little slit of face with his beard basically touching his hat. And now I've got my iron out, and I am going to be ironing these pieces onto a red felt base. So I mentioned before that these have adhesive backing. I just need to peel off the kind of waxy paper, protecting it once everything is cut out. I find that using that with felt and cutting the felt actually helps it along anyway. But for this, I did not want to have to sew every single part of this. So by using a little bit of that wonderful iron-on and then just cutting around with my scissors the backing pieces of felt, now I've got it backed and it's all glued together. And we could go right here into gluing the buttons on and being done. Or if you would prefer, you could do some stitching. I decided to do some stitching on the hat, just on the white trim, and also on Santa's mustache, just to add, for me, using some embroidery floss and a needle. It's a fun little way to sit here and create and work, but it's also just really adds that nice handmade detail and a little bit of fun, a little bit of creativity to a project that's otherwise really fast and easy. So once I'm done with that, I'm just going to be adding buttons. In this case, I've got a little white button to act as like the pom-pom on the end of Santa's hat. And then I've also got buttons for his eyes and his nose. If you have other things you would like to add, some ideas might include maybe some holly or a little poinsettia flower or something of that nature. That can be really fun and really cute too. There is no wrong answer here, however you would like to decorate this. You could also opt to add an additional layer of felt if you want to cover up the back. If you want to not show your stitching there on the back, you could add a third layer of felt. What I would recommend is putting some, again, using that iron-on adhesive to affix another piece of felt onto that. In my case, though, I am just fine with it. He's going to be placed on a tree and be happy as he is. I'm using some hot glue now to add a bit of trim because I wanted to add this really thick kind of twisted braided trim here. I felt like this would definitely work better. As you can see, it's going to hang and be so darn cute. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful day and be sure to subscribe for more Brother Crafts tutorials.